Good evening, Board Chair Lisa Lardieri-Wright, President Rosemary Jeffries, members of the Presidential Administrative Team, Assistant Provost Karen Goff, Sisters of Mercy, faculty, administrators, staff, alumni, family, and friends. I would like to thank you all for joining us this evening to celebrate the start of a journey for some and the end of a journey for others, including myself. But as I think about the concept of leadership and a journey, I realize that this is not the best way to describe our graduating seniors from the WILD program. Being a leader isn't something you can start and finish in 4 years. Leadership is a lifelong process filled with challenges to evolve in our leadership styles, tests of our values, and new responsibilities. The WILD program, more so than any other club, organization, class, or internship, prepares you for the start of this journey by giving you the tools needed to successfully navigate the real world with compassion, humility, and integrity. As I look back on my own experience in the WILD program, I'm surprised by how foreign the young girl who walked onto this campus 4 years ago seems to me now. She was a straight-A, first-generation college student, unsure of what to expect, who up until this point in her life had remained optimistic despite the challenges she had faced. Although she appeared to have it all together on the outside, this particular freshman held within her a secret. She believed she had nothing important to say and had always allowed herself to remain a garden variety wallflower. She didn't think it was possible for her to become someone who could change the world. That was until she was introduced to Carissa Merkel. I have to wonder sometimes what it was Carissa saw in me that first day of my freshman seminar. I had never seen any kind of leadership potential within myself. At the time, all I knew was that she was the type of woman that I wanted to become at my end of my 4 years of college. Her aura of strength and responsibility attracted me to her like a lost boat catching its first glimpse of a lighthouse. And let me tell you how I can relate to that lost boat. It was shortly after that I met Karen Goff. I didn't know it was possible to be so inspired and yet so intimidated at the same time. I remember the experience of awe I had felt after hearing her speak for the first time. She was so impressive. She too was the kind of woman I aspired to be, and I was daunted by the enormity of the distance between us, between the girl I was and the woman I wanted to be. I spoke before of challenges, and this was my first on the path to becoming a leader. My first test came when I was offered a position on the peer advisory board. My immediate response was, they must have picked the wrong girl. It was beyond belief for me at that time that I would be able to mentor other young women. I didn't think I was ready, but I had noticed a change within myself. I began to feel more confident, and I started taking on more leadership roles on campus. Not only did I notice the difference in my willingness to participate in campus activities, I also noticed how my confidence grew in the classroom. I began to voice my opinions more. My professors noticed me, and they knew my name. My peers knew that I was doing very well in these classes, and they approached me for help after class. It began to sink in that maybe I did have something to say, something special to offer. I had become someone whose voice finally mattered. Now I'm a graduating senior, and I see how much we need women of strength in this world, how much we need women to know their voices are meant to be heard. If we never speak, how can we possibly make the world a better place, pave a path for new generations, and teach young girls to be confident and strong? The WILD program gave me this incredible gift, the gift of having a voice. I may have had the potential to change the world within me all along, but what WILD gave to me was the ability to believe it, to believe in myself. But I didn't have to walk this road alone. My incredible WILD women were with me every step of the way and taught me that no matter what challenges I face, I never have to face them alone. When I felt as though I could no longer stand the weight of the world on my shoulders, I found that I didn't have to. There was always someone there to give me love and support. I once heard a quote that said, "Behind every successful woman is herself." I would have to disagree. I would revise that quote to say, "Behind every successful woman is a sister," because I know that without my wild sisters, I would not be able to stand before you as the woman I am today. Finally, above all, I would like to give thanks to my first and foremost inspiration, my mama bear. You are the very definition of strength. This is as much your success as it is mine. I learned that anything is possible because of you. It's getting hard to read my speech with all these tears in my eyes. You taught me that anything is possible if you work hard enough. Having to work multiple jobs just to make sure your children never wanted for anything. Always making sure there were homemade dinners for us in the fridge, even if you weren't able to share them with us. And working as hard as you could, just so that I would never have to worry about having a roof over my head. So, I want you to know that you were the first one to teach me a woman is a being of strength and tenacity. You might be the one who's always bragged about your brainiac daughter, but really, I'm the one who's proud to have a mom like you. I mean, I'm not done with my speech yet, but but I love you, Mom. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you for all your hard work, love, and devotion. I want to thank Carissa for seeing the potential within me, even when I didn't see it within myself. And Karen Goff for making possibilities I never dreamed of a reality. I would also like to thank my co-mentors, mentees, and wild sisters. Because of you, I was able to realize my true potential as a leader. And for those of you just beginning your journey, I want to leave you with a special quote by Libba Bray. And that is how change happens. One gesture, one person, one moment at a time. My advice to you is to keep your eyes open for that moment and to keep your heart open for that person. You never know when you'll find them. Thank you.